So this is going to be my first drive of an MGB. Let's see if I can see what all the hype is about. Welcome to the man cave. Let the games begin. So, here we are in a 1967 MGB. I have never driven one of these in my life. If the camera's a bit shaky, you'll have to excuse it, because this being convertible and this being an MG, the ride is not that refined. So I've just got the camera mount on the inside window, but how still that's going to keep it, I don't know. Now, you guys know I've been a Jag man most of my life. I've had Jags for years. I love them. The oldest Jag I've had was a 72 Series 1 XJ6. Oh no, I did have a Mark II. I did have a 67 Mark II for a while. But no, so I've predominantly driven Jags as my British Leyland treat. Never driven an MGB, been to dozens of car shows and seen dozens of these cars, never driven one. I did drive a Triumph Stag once and quite liked it. Now, I always thought these were going to be bouncy and, well, not particularly nice to drive, but we'll see. You have to excuse me, I live down a bridle way, so that's why I'm only doing like 10 miles an hour. If you can see the state of this road in front. Can you see the state of the road in front? There you go. Now I'll put the window up a bit. It's basically a bridle way, so hence why I'm going slow. Let me get you back down. Here we go. This is the car I've just serviced. So let's give him a little go. Let's see if we can see what all this... Well, I kind of get it. I mean, there's a lot of revolutions and a lot of gear changes, and we're only doing a thrapping 30 miles an hour, but I kind of get it. And I'm not losing my hat. But I say, the ride is quite choppy, so the camera's not exactly staying still. There we go. Well, she changes gear nice, I must admit. And she scampers along. Do you know, would I trade this for my XK8? Hell no! Can I see why people like these? Yeah, I can. I can see it. I can see why people would like these. Quite a pleasant little car. It's not as noisy or as windy as I expected it to be. I expected it to be a bit noisy, a bit windy. But it's actually not too bad. Not too bad at all. I can see that camera is shaking, so I'm looking right in the back of it, so we shan't make this a very long video. But yeah, I can see the appeal. If I had the spare pocket change lying around, would I have one of these to just take out on a nice day if I fancied a bit of fun? Yes. Would I trade my XK8 for it? No. Obviously, they're two totally different leagues of car. But Yeah, around the twisties, she's a fun little motor. She is a fun little car. I've noticed you don't like 4th at 30 too much. All the gauges seem to be working, very un-British Leyland like, having a fuel gauge that works, oil gauge, even the temperature gauge is working. So, yeah, I can see the appeal. Yeah, she's a lot happier in 3rd at 30. She's not so spluttery. Nope, she's not so spluttery, so there we go. She stops good. This has actually got disc brakes on the front now. Whether that was standard on MGBs or whether this has had an upgrade, I don't know. The gear changes are surprisingly good. I didn't expect the gear changes to be quite so good. So let's give her a bit out of these corners. Oh, there we go. That's a fun little car. I must admit, that is a fun little car. Cut around the corners, half decent for a car that was made in '67. I'm quite surprised. There we go. Say, this was made in 1967, so she is an old motor, but I'm pleasantly surprised. 50 miles an hour. I'm not terrifically battered by the wind. Seats aren't bad actually. You look at them and think, oh, that got to be awful, but it isn't too bad. Now I hope you can hear me for wind noise. If there is a lot of wind noise, we're going to turn around here and head home, and I'm going to end the video. We'll get out and actually have a look at the car. There we go. So we'll come in the end of this little track. There we go. We'll park up in here and we'll have a final look at this little car, and this afternoon I will return it to the customer. There we go. So there we have it. Here is my review on a '67 MGB GT. Let me get this camera mount off. This is why the camera was jigging about, because God, finding a mount what'll hold on a window that flaps like that anyhow isn't easy. So here is the '67 MGB, and what a lovely little car it is. Really nice. I like it. I do actually like it. It's a pretty little, I don't even mind the colour. So there we go, guys. MGB GT first drive. We're going to call that video it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye for now.